From September 2026, UK schools are rolling out new lessons on consent, coercion, misogyny, and healthy relationships. And a lot of people online are saying the same thing. It's about time boys were taught this. But here's the thing. They're not wrong thinking that people should learn these things, but they're missing something much, much bigger about how this policy actually works and what it's really telling boys about themselves before they've even done anything wrong at all. Let's start with the facts, because I like to try and be accurate and not just angry. So from September 2026, schools in England are updating their RSHE curriculum, that is relationship, sex and health education, to cover consent, coercion, online misogyny, and the difference between healthy and controlling relationships. Now, this isn't new content out of nowhere. It's an expansion of something that's already been mandatory since 2020. And it applies to everyone. Every pupil, regardless of gender, will sit through these lessons. It is not technically a boys-only intervention. So on paper, that's neutral. Universal delivery. Fine. But watch how the government itself is talking about why this exists. The Prime Minister's own words announcing the policy. Every parent should be able to trust that their daughter is safe at school, online, and in her relationships. Not their child, their daughter. This sits inside the wider government strategy to halve violence against women and girls, VAUG, specifically. The Education Secretary's own personal reason for pushing this, in her words, years spent working in a woman's refuge. So here's what we've actually got. Delivery, universal. Justification, funding case, political framing, all of it built around protecting girls. Boys show up in the story as a risk to be identified and corrected early. And I want to be really, really clear about why that distinction actually matters, because it is not just semantics. If you spend a boy's entire childhood hearing, directly or indirectly, that he's a walking risk, that his instincts need correcting before he causes anyone any harm, that's not a neutral message. That does something to a kid. It doesn't build better men. From my experiences and what I've seen, working with men for years now, it tends to build one or two things. Boys who shut down completely, who learn to see themselves as inherently suspect and just withdraw, or boys who push back hard against the entire framing. Because being told you are a problem before you've actually done anything wrong is quite frankly insulting, and kids know when they're being talked down to. Neither of these outcomes helps anyone. Doesn't help women, doesn't help men, and it's not going to actually help the goal of reducing harm in relationships. Here is what really gets to me. While all of this policy energy goes into framing boys as some risk that need to be managed, we have real, verified data showing that men make up somewhere between 39 and 41% of domestic abuse victims in the UK, depending on which one of those measures you want to use. That's not some small number. It's not a footnote. It's nearly 4 in every 10 victims. So where's the funding strategy for that? Where's the Prime Minister's speech about protecting sons? It doesn't exist because the entire framing was built without that half of the picture in view at all. Now, I'm not saying that we should scrap all these lessons. Consent, coercion, healthy relationships. Every child should understand this, genuinely. And it should be their parents teaching them about this. But what I'm saying is this. Real equality means teaching boys about respect and healthy relationships without the underlying message being, you're the one we're actually worried about. It means naming male victims in the same breath as we name female victims, not as an afterthought, not as a separate, smaller conversation that nobody funds properly. It means trusting boys enough to teach them well instead of teaching them defensively. And it means teaching girls about respect too, and all of those other items as well. So, if any part of this resonated with you, this is exactly the kind of thing I talk about every week. In the description, the links are there for the written article as well as for my website and my free newsletter. Please go sign up and you get more videos or newsletters like this. Thank you for watching. Please do the like and subscribe thingy, and I will see you in the next one.